How to stop living paycheck to paycheck. What if I told you that living paycheck to paycheck isn't just about how much you make, it's about how your money flows, and that almost everybody believes they're in this trap, even if they're not technically broke? Today, we're breaking down the real reasons people don't break free, the psychological tricks your brain plays, and a step by step path out of the cycle. This isn't theory, it's real steps backed by actual financial data. Let's get into it. The shocking truth: you're not alone. Here's the headline: a majority of Americans now report living paycheck to paycheck. Depending on how surveys define it, around more than half to nearly two-thirds of people say they don't have meaningful money left over after expenses each month. Even more shocking, it's not just low-income households. People making six figures can fall into this trap too. So if you feel like you are constantly waiting for the next payday, you are not weird, you're statistically typical. The mental game: why it feels impossible. Most people think if I just earn more, I'll squash this. But there's a psychological layer that's rarely talked about. When money is tight month after month, the brain goes into survival mode. You stop planning long term, you start reacting to bills, and that creates a money cycle that feels impossible to escape. It becomes pay rent, pay car, pay food, repeat. This isn't your fault. It's the trap that comes from zero buffer in your finances. And here's the kicker. Roughly 40% of Americans say they couldn't even cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing or selling something, meaning even small surprises derail a budget. You need a real budget, not a wish list. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about control. If your budget only tracks rent, food, and bills, it's missing the flows, like savings goals, timing mismatches, and irregular expenses. A real budget assigns every dollar a job, from the moment you get paid until it's spent. We'll break down specific budgeting systems later, but first let's understand the root causes. Root cause. Number 1. Panic budgeting. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, every dollar feels precious, which sounds smart. But here's the catch. Panic budgeting leads to panic spending decisions. What does that mean? You get paid, bills are due, you pay those first, which makes sense, but then you go into survival mode and handle the rest reactively, not intentionally. Bills manage you. You don't manage your money. To break the cycle, you have to flip that script. Root cause number 2. No cash cushion. If you don't have a cash buffer, even a small one, then life's little surprises become budget killers. Tires go flat, rent increases, utilities creep up. Studies show many US households are one unexpected expense away from using credit cards or borrowing money. This is why even people making decent incomes still feel broke, because they're one emergency away from financial chaos. Step 1. Track every dollar. Yes, every dollar. Here's the first real step most people skip. If you want to escape paycheck to paycheck living, you have to stop guess budgeting. That means track every transaction. Know exactly where your money goes. Stop budget blind spots like subscriptions, fees, irregular cash expenses. This reveals your real cash flow, not just your ideal one. Most people think they know where their money goes until they actually track it. Step 2. Build a small buffer first. The idea of saving 3 months of expenses sounds nice, but it's overwhelming for many. Instead, aim to build a mini buffer, that's all. Just one full paycheck in reserve makes you no longer live paycheck to paycheck. How? Half to savings, half to catch up on essential bills. Repeat. This creates the psychological shift. Money is no longer just coming in to disappear, it starts stacking up. Step 3. Prioritize pay yourself first. This phrase is not a cliche. It's a game changer when you get paid. Move a portion immediately into a savings account. Treat savings as a non-negotiable bill. Then pay your essentials. This flips the script. Instead of spending what's left after bills, you automatically save first, even a small amount. It's the tactical move that separates people who stay stuck versus people who break out. Step 4. Attack debt strategically. High interest debt is like a financial sinkhole. There's evidence that people with higher revolving debt are more likely to live paycheck to paycheck because interest eats into every dollar you earn. So stop thinking about debt as a future problem. It's a current cash flow problem. Strategies that work: snowball method, smallest balances first; avalanche method, highest interest first; refinance or negotiate lower rates. The goal is decreasing your monthly drag, not just reducing your principal. Step 5: weatherproof your budget. Here's where most budgets still fail. They assume everything stays the same. Life doesn't work like that. You need startup expenses, irregular bills, seasonality, holidays, birthdays, emergency set asides, cash cushion. Treat this as real line items. These aren't luxuries, they're real liabilities, and if you fail to plan for them, they'll wreck your budget before you know it. Step 6: increase income, but smartly. Yes, earning more helps, but only if your expenses don't scale with your income. Here's the shocker. One study found that almost half of people earning six figures still report living paycheck to paycheck because their spending adjusts with their income. So instead of spending all your raises and bonuses, increase savings allocation first. Use extra income to build buffers or eliminate big debts. Avoid lifestyle inflation traps. Earning more doesn't automatically fix the problem. Your habits do. Conclusion. Here's the bottom line. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't a character flaw. It's a structural cash flow problem. By tracking every dollar, building a buffer, paying yourself first, attacking debt, and weatherproofing your budget, you can flip the switch from survival mode to stability mode and do it faster than you think. If you want a downloadable worksheet based on this video, hit like and subscribe, and I'll drop it in the next upload. You can get ahead. It starts with controlling your money, not just reacting to it.